What if one man could unite the ancient world, not through brutal destruction, but with respect and wisdom? Today, we're talking about a king who did just that, a leader whose name echoes through millennia, Cyrus the Great. He was the visionary founder of the Achaemenid Empire, the first Persian Empire, a realm that would become the largest the world had ever seen. He conquered 3 mighty kingdoms, Media, Lydia, and the legendary Babylon, but his true power wasn't just in his military genius. It was in his groundbreaking approach to leadership, one built on tolerance, justice, and a revolutionary respect for human dignity. His legacy is so profound that it's immortalized in an ancient artifact known as the Cyrus Cylinder, often called the world's first charter of human rights. So how did this one man change the course of history forever? Cyrus was born around 600 BC in a small Persian kingdom called Anshan. His story, like many great figures of antiquity, is shrouded in legend. He was the grandson of Astyages, the powerful king of the Medes, who ruled over the Persians at the time. According to the Greek historian Herodotus, King Astyages had a terrifying dream, a prophecy that his own grandson would one day overthrow him. Terrified, Astyages ordered the newborn Cyrus to be killed. But fate had other plans. The baby was secretly saved and raised by a humble shepherd. Growing up far from the royal court, Cyrus displayed natural leadership and charisma. He rose through the ranks, uniting the disparate Persian tribes under his banner, unaware of his royal lineage but destined for greatness. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation, not just between a king and a revolutionary, but between a grandfather and the grandson he had tried to eliminate. The Median Empire was a dominant force, but its rule was becoming increasingly tyrannical under Astyages. The Persian tribes, led by Cyrus, had had enough. In 550 BC, Cyrus launched a rebellion, but this wasn't a simple war of conquest. Many Median nobles, dissatisfied with their own king, saw Cyrus as a liberator. They defected to his side, bringing their armies with them. The conflict was surprisingly swift. When Astyages' army finally met Cyrus's forces, a large part of it mutinied and handed the king over to Cyrus. Now here's what makes Cyrus different. In an age where defeated kings were brutally executed, Cyrus spared his grandfather's life, treating him with honor until his death. Instead of destroying the Median kingdom, he brilliantly merged it with his own. Medes and Persians were treated as equals, creating a powerful unified foundation for the new Achaemenid Empire. This act of mercy and political genius was the first sign of the unique empire Cyrus intended to build. With the Medes and Persians united, Cyrus turned his gaze west, toward the kingdom of Lydia in modern-day Turkey. Lydia was fabulously wealthy, led by the legendary King Croesus, a name that became synonymous with immense riches. Croesus, confident in his vast fortune, powerful alliances, and a famously ambiguous prophecy from the oracle at Delphi, decided to attack the rising Persian Empire first. The two armies clashed in a fierce but indecisive battle. As winter approached, Croesus, assuming the campaign season was over, retreated to his capital Sardis and disbanded his mercenary troops. But Cyrus wasn't a conventional leader. He did the unthinkable. He marched his army through the harsh winter and surprised Croesus, laying siege to Sardis. Using a clever strategy that involved exploiting a hidden weakness in the city's defenses, Cyrus conquered the supposedly impregnable capital. Lydia fell, and its immense wealth now belonged to Persia. Yet again, Cyrus spared the defeated king, making Croesus a trusted advisor in his court. Next on Cyrus's list was the ultimate prize, the magnificent city of Babylon. In 539 BC, Babylon was the jewel of Mesopotamia, a sprawling metropolis famed for its impenetrable walls and the legendary Hanging Gardens. Its ruler, Nabonidus, was unpopular, especially with the powerful priesthood of Marduk, the city's chief god. Cyrus saw an opportunity not for a bloody siege, but for a strategic masterpiece. As the Persian army approached, they did something astonishing. They diverted the course of the mighty Euphrates River, which flowed right through the center of Babylon. With the water level drastically lowered, Cyrus's soldiers simply waded through the riverbed, under the city walls, and entered Babylon without a fight. The city gates were thrown open from the inside by Babylonians, who were eager to be free of their own king. The people welcomed Cyrus not as a conqueror, but as a liberator. This bloodless victory was a testament to Cyrus's reputation, which had preceded him. Once inside Babylon, Cyrus demonstrated his revolutionary philosophy of rule. Instead of imposing Persian gods or culture, he paid homage to Marduk and the Babylonian deities. He declared that all peoples who had been forcibly relocated to Babylon by previous kings were free to return to their homelands. This included the Jewish people, who had been held in captivity for decades. Not only did Cyrus free them, but he also provided funds to rebuild their temple in Jerusalem, an act that earned him the title of a Messiah, a shepherd of God in the Hebrew Bible. He established a system of governance where local regions, known as satrapies, were allowed to keep their own customs, religions, and local leaders, as long as they paid fair taxes and remained loyal. This model of a multicultural, tolerant empire was unheard of. It wasn't based on fear, but on a shared sense of stability and respect. Cyrus's influence stretches far beyond the borders of his ancient empire. His name is mentioned with great reverence in the Bible, specifically in the book of Isaiah, where he is called the Lord's Anointed One for his role in liberating the Jews. In his native Iran, he is celebrated as Cyrus the Great, the father of the nation, a symbol of just and wise leadership. His reputation for mercy and wisdom was so powerful that even centuries later, Alexander the Great, who would eventually conquer the Persian Empire, deeply admired him. When Alexander reached Cyrus's tomb, he found it had been vandalized. Enraged, he ordered it to be restored immediately and punished those responsible, a profound sign of respect from one great conqueror to another. Cyrus wasn't just a Persian king. He became a model for what a just ruler could be. So why does a king who lived over 2,500 years ago still matter today? Because Cyrus the Great built more than just the largest empire of his time. He created a new paradigm for governance. His ideas about religious freedom, cultural autonomy, and basic human rights were revolutionary. He proved that an empire could be held together not by brute force, but by a common-sense policy of respect and fairness. The principles enshrined in the Cyrus Cylinder of freeing the oppressed and allowing people to live and worship as they choose resonate powerfully in our modern conversations about freedom and leadership. He remains a timeless example of how true power lies not in domination, but in the ability to unite and uplift humanity. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into history.